and fall of the ship over the waves makes sleep hard to find as the wood groans and creaks, but sleep finds you nonetheless. Vindovyr, you dream of a time after the Ember Flare, during which your heart felt conflicted, but you couldn't let others know. What does the dream look like?
I think it's probably like me doing a lot of my disguises, or like when I turn invisible or whatever. So like anytime somebody's looking for me, I'll just like phase into a tree and hide from them.
Do you feel like it was more an action of trying to avoid responsibility, or more just seeking that alone time? Or time away from society?
No, yeah, I think that it's like a fear of the consequences of whatever it is I'm trying to hide, which ultimately made it worse. And so there's just this like rising feeling of anxiety until it would finally come out.
Yeah, I think we see as you were like tucking into hollow trees as the glow of Saoirse's hair passes by, calling out your name, and you blend with the forest around you as you step out and sidestep and scurry further into the woods, very dexterously using tree branches and hanging vines to propel yourself forward.
I think the trees and everything are starting to get scarier and scarier as I continue to do this.
Yeah, and the leaves bleed from the rich greens of Lokvara to the velvety purples, and the trunks go from rich brown with rugged bark to pale and white with black eyes of the ashen canes, as there's suddenly this jolt of light around you, as it's like the spark winds come down from the sky and surround you and fill your vision, and you jolt awake in bed, and I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Disadvantage if you're asleep.
So I was?
You were.
I believe I was.
I'm asleep, yeah.
Okay, I'll say, Magnus, you can choose if this was the thing that woke you when you saw the stone, or if that was shortly before.
A nat 20 and a 2.
Oh, that's right.
I'm right behind you. That's 19 and a 5.
I think because I was not affected by something in the time period of like waking up and seeing the stone, I would already be awake.
For sure. Saoirse, what'd you get?
18.
Nice.
So that's
Wow.
a 5.
5.
7.
A well-rested 10.
All of you but Saoirse take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as the contents of your cabins are strewn about and hit you about the face and body. Some of you fall out of your beds onto the floor, out of your cots, I should say, onto the floor.
Ugh. Why?
And there's like a jolt, and that's what wakes you. All of your things get tossed about, and you have like a moment where the ship rocks, and then it quickly lists again, and you get the sense that it wasn't like a rogue wave situation. Something's going on above deck.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna try to scramble upstairs.
Yeah, can I try to like drag myself up?
Yeah, all of your doors kick open at the same time. Magnus, do you keep the stone with you or leave it behind in your room?
I'll throw it in the bag.
Okay.
Speak.
Curtsy, stay down here. Run up.
Just like rolling.
Just rolling.
Hands akimbo.
There's little, he leaves like little dents in the wood every time he hits the wall. It's pretty heavy. Your doors kick open at the same time as you see each other, like pulling your clothes back into a semblance of normal as you all rush upstairs and onto the decks, where you see Talos is fighting with the helm as Finley is quickly pulling rigging. They're calling out for help, pointing off in the distance, and you see the ink-dark sea of Umbral Sea is swirling as a maelstrom has appeared, and you are on the precipice.
Can I rush and try to help Talos with the helm?
Yes, make a strength check. Athletics check, we'll call it.
Guidance.
Hell yeah.
I slap you on the ass as you run by.
You can add a d4.
How important does that seem in this moment?
Very important. You're right on the precipice of the maelstrom, and he's trying to pull away and is having a rough time of it.
So I had this dream that you were helping him do that last night. So I'm going to change that roll that I saw to an 11.
Nice. And you still get your D4.
Okay, so 17.
17 is great.
Whoa, nice.
Yes.
You rush over. You
Strong.
begin helping Thalos with the helm, and it slowly starts to turn, and you hear groaning and creaking, and a little bit of progress is made as the nose of the tusked whale begins to turn away from the maelstrom. However, the ship itself, like as it's turning, which it doesn't turn on a dime, the back starts to go in. And you hear the rudder is what's groaning, and you think if you continue to struggle against it, then the ship might start to come apart.
Can I use some math to figure out like what the best angle of attack would be to get out of this so I can consult them?
Yeah, make just a base intelligence check.
Okay.
Did you dream about this by any chance?
Do you still have a level of exhaustion?
No, I don't.
'Cause he's
I only
got-
have the
That's
one
right,
level
that's right.
ever. I don't know. I rolled an 8.
Yeah, I think you're racking your brain trying to find the logical solution to get out of this situation, and like as you're standing there, the deck of the ship just starts to list sideways
boy.
as you start to feel yourself fall backwards and down, and you look and you see the roiling of the inky waves. What is Brody doing?
Is the rest of the rigging and the sails and stuff, are they
Finley
complying? Yeah.
seems to be struggling with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help with that.
Okay, yeah, you grab some rope on the other side. Go ahead and make a strength check as well to attempt strength or
Strength or
athletics.
athletics. Cool. Yeah.
Also give guidance to him. Basically scrambling around, just
Can I
Trying
shout
to-
out to Magnus and Arx to get the rudder?
The rudder is controlled by the helm.
Oh, I thought it was a separate.
No, so the helm controls the rudder beneath the ship and steers from the back.
Only
And
I could talk to sea monsters in this one.
26.
26 is great. Brody and Dodric Severe, you both grab. As Finley's calling out, he's like, hard to port, hard to port. As you both grab and pull, and the sails turn, and it's keeping you afloat on the edge. You're just kind of like surfing the edge of this maelstrom, but still slowly going down towards the center. At the last moment, as it's looking like there is no escape and you're about to be swallowed by the umbral sea, Petra steps out onto the deck from wherever he was below decks and calmly walks as the ship is like at a harsh 45-degree angle, casually walks up to the front of the ship and holds his hands out and just yells, "Be still!" And as he controls the water, the ocean becomes eerily calm. There's not a ripple or a wave. You float back up to the now level surface, and looking out, you see the glow of the fish beneath the surface of the umbral sea are suspended. It's almost like the ocean has frozen, that you can see there are still just enough ripples to tell you that it is water and is liquid, but it does not move. Petra sort of like falls to the side but catches himself on a little bit of rigging to his side before he turns and looks at all of you and smiles nonchalantly and then starts walking back towards the decks to the door to below decks.
Did it look like he cast a spell when
Yes,
he did that?
100%. There was almost this slightly visible shockwave that spread out from him, and you didn't. You felt a little bit of it as it passed by you, but you can make an Arcana check to see what he did, to see if you understand what he did.
20.
20 is great. Based on the somatic and verbal components that he used, you get the sense that this is some manner of arcane ability that allows him to control or shape water.
Excuse me, Petra. As he's like going down. Can you tell me what you did?
Oh, sure. The waves were being unruly and the sea was trying to swallow us, so I told it to stop. And it did.
But did you like cast a spell? And if so, can you like tell me how to do that? That'd be really great.
I think I did, yes. And I think at this point you see that Alvir nearby is like looking at Petra. He rushes up to Petra and is like kind of like patting him down, like looking for any like injury, or kind of like looks into his eyes. He's like, are you okay? I'm fine, yes. And Alvir looks more shocked at this than the situation that you were just in. The fact that Petra seems to have cast a spell and in its usual way is lingering probably more intensely than it should. But Petra seems fine.
That's good. Because sometimes he's not.
He doesn't.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't really thinking. I just kind of did it.
I was worried that was the case.
You've run into incidents like this before.
Where he's exerting more some sort of like semi-divine, if not divine ability, rather than like casting an arcane spell that I would understand.
Yes, and even more so than that, you've experienced people who have come to Vindovyr University in your tenure there, who were looking for help with these abilities that they seem to have just developed since the Ember Flare, and looking for ways to control it, but it doesn't seem to function under the same rules that the magic you understand does. Some people seem to have innate abilities, like Arcanarama.
And Renvir Helvig.
Yes,
So,
Renavale, and what Brody does. These things seem to have different rules than the rules that you understand. You're starting to think that there might be different systems of magic.
Yeah, that was I had a note down about a different academic work that I was taking notes about to write, called like Pathways to Power, about like different modes of that.
It does sound like the next best like self-help book.
Could I have Arcanarama make a perception check with advantage?
Yes.
As a
18.
Excellent. As Finley comes down from the rigging and steps over to you, and he's like, "That was crazy. Listen, I've been trying to figure out the navigation business. Thalos has been helping me so that I can take a little bit of the load off him. I was looking at the charts, and he lays out this sea chart that Thalos procured before you guys left, that seems to show, the various currents of the ocean here and some land masses and changes in the ground level." And he's like, "I don't see that on the chart." And he points out, and you see a small island, and on an 18, as you look at it closer, you see the shape almost of hips up to a torso. But where Bramtir's arms and head would be are not present. As it just stands still in the water.
I'm going to stare at it for a bit, thaumaturgy, and say hello in ancient Noxian.
Yeah.
Very loudly at it.
You do so. It kind of falls silent on the ship as your voice booms out. And everyone,
Just a hello!
yeah, everyone looks off in the direction. There's no motion, no response. Petra also looks off in that direction, and he steps over to the edge of the ship and takes a moment looking over before falling to his knees and just staring off at the stone with a look of anguish on his face.
I'm going to go put a big hand on his shoulder and try to discern what this is. It seems like he knows. Apparently it looks like a creature, but it didn't respond, so.
I'm gonna pull the stone out of the bag that Bramtir gave me. Say, this was the stone that Bramtir gave me. It was glowing, and now it's not anymore. Does that have something to do with this?
You see Petra his breathing becomes more quick and almost gasping. The last thing that I said to him broke his heart.
Does that seem to be what caused this, or does it look... Because you said that there's no head.
Make an insight check.
19.
You get the sense that Petra doesn't think that his words caused Bramthir's death, but you think that he...
He regrets the last thing that he said. Okay.
Yes. But it does look as though Bramthir disanimated, and perhaps just the weight and build of his body collapsed under, without the whatever enchantment it was that was making him mobile. It seems like he had stalked off into the ocean from the conversation that you guys had on the boat the night before, and made it about this far before something happened and he froze up and collapsed. It almost looks like mid-stride.
Talus, could you pull us closer?
Aye. And he begins, calls out to Finley, who pulls on the rigging. You guys work together to get the ship a little bit closer. Pulling up, it is, aside from the shape that you can make out like hips, legs, and half a torso, indiscernible from just stone. The same type of stone that Magnus holds.
And
Is it
there's
like a clean bisection, or is it seem
No,
like it
it's rough,
crumbled,
like
or-
it collapsed.
yeah, okay.
If it was an attack, it may have been some sort of like catapult situation, but you guys are out on the sea at this point. You're well far from Lochvara, with probably like 5 hours journey left to actually arrive at Kal Drunmoor. And
There'd have to be a huge armada of ships, all with catapults, to take
exactly.
like that sort of action against.
Bramthir
something
was
that big.
gargantuan.
Yeah.
There's a new island here.
I don't think that him giving me this stone has anything to do with this, do I? Like, considering how small it was in comparison to the rest of him.
I think your logical brain is telling you that he wouldn't have given that to you if it would have put him in mortal danger. Mm-hmm. But it's a very heart versus brain situation because you don't know for sure.
Right.
And there's no, like, nothing feels or seems different in this space? Like,
Within the sea just tried to swallow us? Are the spark winds different? Can we see anything in the water?
The Sparkwinds are bright and vibrant tonight. You can still see those schools of fish, and as you sail closer towards the area where this structure is, you pass by several schools of fish, and there's a clear radius where the sea returns to its normal motion. It's almost like you're sailing on like a pond for a moment before you reach the perimeter of where Petra's spell was cast. And the water is not choppy, but just the usual motion that an ocean would have. And you see fish swimming as normal. They seem to be instinctively avoiding the area of still water, but aside from that, you guys can all make investigation checks, I think.
Nat 20!
Oh, dirty 20.
17.
12.
Saoirse, I think you notice a bit of stone of a similar striation within the area that you had just sailed through. In your mind, I think you put together that whatever happened to Bramthir, it wasn't like in that moment he froze and collapsed. I think in that moment he froze, and then slowly things were starting to crumble as gravity was taking its effect. And as you guys happened to be sailing by, a large chunk fell into the ocean, and the force of that caused things to stir, and is what began, lurching your ship.
What caused him to freeze?
Alvir puts a cloak over Petra's shoulders and lifts him up and starts walking him away. And Petra keeps a gaze on Bramthir for as long as he can, even as he's turned away, before putting his head down, and Alvi takes him below decks.
I'm guessing we can't see into the water.
No, it's pitch black, even in broad daylight. The only light that you get is the glow of various schools of fish and the occasional larger bioluminescent creature that slither beneath the surface.
If I can see it well enough, I'd like to sketch it just in my notes real quick for future reference.
Yeah, easily enough.
Okay.
I think you get a sketch of the remains as well as the border where the still sea meets the regular ocean. if you want, I could try and get up on top and see if there's any evidence of like a strike or anything like that higher up. I'm pretty good at mountainsides.
It's worth checking, but I
think it would be hard for us to comprehend the amount of violence that would be necessary if this was a strike and not just...
Well, and for them to be already so far away that we haven't seen anyone.
But we just watched Petra do incredible magic. There might be someone of similar power. Can you do the thing and like see stuff?
Are we close enough that I feel like we'd be too far away for me to use detect magic to...
Oh, you guys have pulled up alongside.
What, within 30 feet?
Yeah, you
Something?
could easily get within 30 feet.
Okay, well, if we can get that close, then I'll cast detect magic.
Yeah, Dallas drops the anchor, and you can get right up. It's basically like a cliffside. There's no like beach coming out or anything. It's just a rock outcropping from where he stopped.
All right. Yeah, if we can get close enough without danger, then yeah, I'll cast detect magic. I won't even use a ritual unless it's going to take like 10 minutes to get up on side of it.
Yeah, no, you've got plenty of time. You cast detect magic. You get a couple of glows off of, Sonder, and a little bit of a glow off of Oddic's glove, and I don't know if Saoirse has any magic items.
No.
Do you have that other sword on you?
Mm-hmm.
So.
That one gives off a bright glow as well. Finley's got
Does
an
it
earring.
go through like walls and floors and stuff too?
No, he can't pierce. Okay. I think there's like a certain thickness of, it's like an inch thick of most things.
We're too far away from Petra's magic to see that.
At this point you would have left 30 feet of that. You see a little glow coming from an earring that Finley has in, and Thalos has a shield on his back that gives off a faint glow as well. But looking at the remains of Bramthir, there's not even a faint glow. There's no hint.
Does Finley still have the other magic glove?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe if you gave it to him, he would still have it. He'd still be wearing it probably.
You have one and he has the other one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I probably just send him random stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Cool rock.
One piece of a domino, and we don't have a domino set on board.
Yeah.
Where's this come from?
Yeah, he loves it. He's got a shelf in his bunk that's got all the little things.
Aw.
That's sweet.
My dad had one of those when he was a baby. All the random bullshit that I would make my mom send. I was like, well, he's got to have one playing card.
Yeah, there's like sectioned, he's got like little things that you sent him and then like little trinkets that he's just like found or stolen from places.
Nice.
And a lot of spoons.
All on the floor.
Yeah.
But I don't detect any magic on the remains of Bramthir.
Not even a little bit. It's the same as the stone in your hand. It is cold earth, or Nox.
Can we tell which direction he was headed? Can we kind of figure out where he was going?
Yeah, it looks like he was headed in a more western direction than you're headed. You guys are headed south to Kal Drunmoor. It looks like he had come this far south, but then was turning, and at some point had turned and was heading off west.
Interesting.
Can we look at a map and see if there would be anything of interest that direction?
Yeah, I mean, looking at a map, you don't see anything in particular. There's nothing like, oh, this island is nearby or anything like that. The next landmass is hundreds of miles away. He may have just been aimlessly wandering. That the last time that you spoke, he was very hurt by the information that he heard.
Maybe it's a proximity thing? Like he wandered too far away from source of power or something?
Maybe.
I don't know if he was attacked or...
Are we further away now than he was? Are we further away from Lokvara now than he was when we were in Grunhelm? Or not Grunhelm. Our old stomping grounds?
You are closer to Lokvara now than
Ilvermere.
you were when you were in Ilvermere, and Bramthir showed up with Petra.
So it's probably not a distance thing. So either something happened with his enchantment that we can't comprehend. He was attacked, or maybe he just died of sadness or something. But that's all we can think of right now.
You hear a sound like someone slamming a walking stick into the ground, and you turn as you see Curtsy comes up with his very thin vine-like legs that are made of opalized stone, and kind of just like plops out onto the deck and walks over to Brody and just like kind of grabs your leg, your pant leg.
Now, Curtsy, it's very important that if the boat's ever, the waters are choppy, if there's anything going on, you do not come up deck. You're fine now, though.
Right, yes. I stay below deck because it's dangerous if I fall in the water.
Yeah.
And I'll probably never see you again if that happens.
Yes.
And I'd be very sad.
Yes.
If I ever do fall in the water, should I just pick a direction and start walking?
Yes.
Do you breathe?
Yes.
I'm gonna cover his mouth. I don't think he does.
I can breathe,
What?
but it's not necessary.
Well, and same with like food. He doesn't need to eat, but he eats.
What does he eat?
What do you
Crackers in his mouth right now.
Do you poop?
I haven't tried.
How do you know what pooping is?
This is the content you sign
Yeah,
up.
how does he know what anything is? You hear a couple of little like pebbles,
Yes.
and looking
Oh,
down,
no.
you see 3 little opals.
Oh shit.
Yes, yes, I did it.
He shits money. I just start shoving all sorts of
Make a perception check as you're continuing to just like shove crackers in his mouth. As Thalos comes over and he's like, "Stop! We need those rations."
Nat 20.
20. You are certain that he has grown.
Oh.
I think you like pat him and like lift him up a little bit. He weighs like 2 pounds heavier than he did yesterday.
This is probably not a
This is nice.
problem.
I like to be held.
Jostle him because he does his little wiggle arm.
I love your autistic pumpkin.
I think he's growing. You have
Yeah?
a beautiful baby boy.
Maybe one day I'll be big like you.
Oh,
At about this time, Finley comes back down. He had set out and started climbing up Bramthir. He comes down. He's like, I don't see anything up there that indicates, I don't see like any different type of stone, just striations from what I assume is age. But other than that, it's no sign of impact. I think it's just stress fractures. He fell apart.
2 questions. Not me for him, but me for you.
Yes.
If I still have the detect magic spell up, does Curtsy emit magic?
Yes, well, we checked this last time. He
Right.
he gives off 2 faint auras. He's got
Right,
this sort of
it
like
was-
orangish violet,
Right.
very Halloween-y aura.
Necromancy and transmutation.
Yes.
Right. Does his poop still emanate magic?
No.
Okay. If I have any vials, I would like to put those in for study.
Yeah, you do. You're expecting like soft, warm. No, it's just cold opals.
Don't look. This is science.
No,
It's
we're
not
all-
gross.
We are all looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unless there's anything else that anyone wants to do, we should continue our course towards Kal Drunmoor.
I'd like
Yeah.
to perform the ancient Noxian funeral rites for Bramthir, if that's okay.
Of course, of course.
I think it's something like typically, like words are said in ancient Noxian that are, about the person's life, and then about giving them to the Sparkwinds and like a prayer that they get to where it is that they're going. But it's all very celebratory and not actually like heavy laden with sadness. It's more of a grief that comes from like love and like warmness for the life that was shared. And typically we would have like a big feast in the party, but I don't know that Petra is in the mood for that.
As you're like saying this to Thalos, you hear the creak of the door behind you as first Petra comes out. You see kind of like wiping tears away, and Alvir steps out behind him. And they seem to have been mid-conversation. You just catch Alvir saying, I mean, I've seen you do incredible things. Are you sure that it would not be worth trying? And Petra like stops for a moment. He's like, I don't know how I know, but I know that if I tried, it would not be the same. He steps forward, and you're close enough to Bromthir now that Petra just kind of like walks up and steps up onto the side of the ship and places a hand on it and closes his eyes and takes a deep breath and lets it out before turning back to all of you. I apologize for my outburst. It was unbecoming and unprofessional. But Bromthir was my oldest friend that I can still remember. So, he will be deeply missed. And his good deeds should be celebrated.
I think it's unprofessional to mourn the loss of your friend ever.
Do you have any good memories of him before, in the before times?
As with the others, they are fractured and partial, but I can still remember when Tyrus animated him for the first time. He was practically just a boulder then, but even still, could not fit into most homes. He always had an appetite for justice, and I assume his morals came from Tyrus himself, but there was definitely some Aerith in there as well. The two of them spent a lot of time with Bromthir when he was young, showing him right and wrong and how to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. This is how he lived his life.
Petra he just like reaches into his pocket and pulls out a chalice and hands it to you, Arik, and then reaches in and pulls out another one. Hands everyone a chalice.
Take chalices away.
Thalos has a moment where he like considers taking it, but you kind of just come in and grab it before him, and he looks at you and nods.
I mean, he can just pour his out.
And Petra reaches into his pocket one more time and pulls out a bottle of wine from who knows where and when.
Finely aged.
I think you guys see that the actually you guys can make perception checks if you're curious about the wine bottle.
I am.
I'm curious about everything.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
15.
I accept it as normal.
19.
Dirty 20.
Saoirse, Magnus, and Brody, you all see there is a label on this bottle of wine as he pops the cork out with one thumb and begins pouring into the chalices. You get a better look at it as he comes to pour into your chalices. It has, there's definite characters on it that are strange and unfamiliar to you. They don't even look like ancient Noxian. They look like some other, like maybe they're from some other continent. But it's not a language that any of you know or understand. Or like, you know how when you see like I don't know if this is the same for everyone, but because of the media I ingest, I can tell the difference. Like if I see Korean, I cannot read Korean, but I can tell that's Korean versus this is Japanese because they use very specific characters.
Or circle things.
It's you cannot even pick up on a region. It's very alien to you. As he pours for all of you and holds up his chalice. To the voice of the mountains. Cheers. He takes a
25.
he takes a deep drink.
Oh, it's Revivify.
Oh.
Very good though.
As soon as it's polite in this interaction, but before he discards that bottle, I want to ask him if I can have the empty bottle when he's done with it.
Sure. I mean, it's good to recycle.
Thanks.
I
don't know what that means.
You all take a drink. Thalos holds up his water skin and drinks some water and gets back to the helm, calls out orders. You all get the ship righted and going back in the direction that you need to as you continue sailing for Kal Drunmoor. As the sun rises, Finley calls out that he sees land in the distance from the crow's nest. By all accounts, Loamhaven, the capital city of Lokvara, is a vast and bustling city. But that image is shattered when you arrive at Port Vindovyr in Kal Drunmoor. More ships than you have ever seen look as though they'll bump decks in port with miles of docks stretching down the coastline. There are bulbous ships with sails as vast and white as the clouds that make the tusked whale look like a glorified rowboat. And even that awe of all of these ships and all of this industry is surpassed by the tall brick and mortar buildings that reach into the sky, cutting an angular line with their colorfully shingled roofs and chimneys, sputtering smoke into the clouds. You see thousands of dock workers, merchants, travelers, and locals that crowd the port, and I don't think you've ever seen a more dramatic shift from sea to land as you do here. As you all pull in to an open space of the dock, there are smaller, not quite ships, but like larger than dinghies of folks who are out in the water and sort of conducting people to different spots on the dock. You pull up to one of these and Thalos has a few words with the man who tells you that the dock fee is 20 quartz. And then 5 additional quartz per week that you are docked here.
I don't have that much.
I have a turquoise, which should be 100 quartz worth.
Where's the fuck?
Certainly.
Okay.
They can make you change, so you get back 80 quartz.
Okay. Wait, I have more than that actually, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think you found more turquoise in the bag. Or maybe Mage Groth gave it to you.
Okay,
I don't
so
have any money.
I don't have any.
No, I've got like
I don't have any money.
3. I get 7 quartz.
how much did he give me back?
80 quartz.
Okay.
Where'd you get money?
Or maybe, what's the in-between?
Well, I brought some with
Yeah,
me.
I know.
I had like some funds that were dispersed for
Sure, it's
our
worth money.
academic excursion out.
They pay you?
Yeah.
I make like
You're getting paid?
I mean, I don't
quartz per 10 nails.
What?
I've made so many nails.
Well,
Not very many quartz.
And not very many quartz.
I'm sure that we can get some funds together for everybody based on
You could just,
what we
with
found.
that, you could just give everybody a little bit of money.
Sure. I mean, I'll need to make change in town, but we can do that.
It's a
You didn't
trickle
even give
down
your brother
system.
money.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't occur to me because we didn't need to buy anything. But if you guys want some money,
Wow.
Magnus follows
Wow.
Reaganomics.
who's that?
Terrible man. Greatest villain of any generation.
Here we go. So they would give you 8 agate pieces.
Okay, that works too.
It's easier change.
Assume we are paying Thalos and Finley, right? As crew members?
No, I
Or
think
do
we're
we
doing
just-
this out of like
Well, you
just
guys,
thrill of the ride.
as members of the Seekers Guild, any like ruins that you come across, anything that you that you find within those ruins,
yeah.
you are able to basically hold on to that legally because of your secrecy edict.
I used to have to do that like illegally, you know.
What?
Finley's like, hard same.
That makes more sense.
What? What? Did you know your brother's a criminal?
I mean, we don't like to talk about that, but I assume that everything he did was on the internet.
You didn't pay me when you were in school.
I mean, I wasn't sending you on jobs. The schoolmaster was.
Nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Master Rykard did pay you for your services.
Oh yeah.
Illegally.
Oh yeah.
Under the table.
The city is bustling. As you step off,
Bussin'.
It's city's bussing. As you guys,
Are you proud?
as you guys,
Just a self-satisfied laugh.
you step off of the tusked whale and onto the dry docks, and are constant. Like you have to kind of stay close together if you don't want to get separated because there is a ton of foot traffic here. There are people unloading ships. There are people carrying supplies to and from, and seemingly a lot of people who are just kind of like on break, hanging out. There's a couple people fishing off of the end of the pier, and it's just crazy how many people there are in this location.
I try
Do
to
I have
hold hands with our group.
Bag big enough to put Curtsy in, like a backpack.
Yeah, for sure. I
Wait,
don't
how
think
big is he?
I don't think he's the size of a pumpkin.
It's a
mean,
huge bag.
I mean, he could just wrap his little tentacles around. He could make himself a backpack and just put like a cloth over him
Yeah.
to hide his nature.
All right, get in the sack.
Some people might freak out,
Oh, all right.
so I think it's best if you jump in the bag
All right, in
and
the
only
bag.
come out. Yeah.
It's heavy. But yeah, you get him up there. He probably weighs like a good 30 pounds.
I'm gonna angle him up, and then the top of the bag will be open so that he can see Sky.
Oh yeah. Oh, he doesn't fit all the way in. Like, his little like I think. Well,
Randomly, a hand comes out.
yeah, his two little tentacles are just kind of like pulling the back down. He's like looking out behind you, and there's like a flap that covers over the top. It just kind of peers out.
Yes.
I lean over to Brody and I say, brother, you might advise your new creation to not do a lot of talking when we're at the school.
You can talk to him.
Right, but he listens to you.
Yeah, but
Sure. Okay, well, sure.
you should build relations.
Curtsy.
I listen to all of you. I can hear.
Curtsy. When we're at the school, you may want to try to not talk very much because
Blend in.
they're all
Cloak and dagger.
they're all going to be very interested in you as a person, and we don't have time to deal with that.
All right. It's like I'm not even here.
Sure.
I'll be in the shadows.
Back just slides.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna give him a dagger.
Hell yeah!
He takes it and holds it.
Don't unsheath it unless something, don't poke me in the back.
Oh, of course not. I'll stab the bad guys.
So you've got
some
Curtsy.
parenting.
I've got Hush with me
You summon
as
Hush?
we're leaving.
Hush.
Well, I've got him around usually.
Oh, the
Excellent.
real life owl?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is he real? I thought he was like magic.
I mean,
Well, he's a
he was summoned
familiar,
via magic. But
The weird thing is that he's an owl and not some mixture of creatures.
Weird.
He looks like
Freak.
a little
Alien.
if an owl Zoanvir, if a feather folk was an animal. Strange.
so
Where are his crab claws? Like poking around his fur.
Alvir's
his
like,
feathers.
why is he so soft? Where's his carapace? He's only got a little bit here on the mouth.
that's
Nice.
that's all part of his charm.
Oh, he's just the one claw and he eats with it. Strange.
No, he has more.
Ooh.
On the bottom.
Those are like talons, like a hippogriff has.
I'll produce like a drawing I've made of his physiology, like a Vitruvian owl.
Wait,
Like,
what's
here,
rad?
if you need, yeah.
Alvir is really interested in this, actually.
Is a talon not a claw?
Talons are claws,
Talons are claws.
but claws can also not be talons.
Right.
I think the talons are specified by a sort of scaly foot they're connected to.
All right.
Because, like, technically, a pangolin has claws, but I wouldn't say a pangolin has talons.
So all talons are claws, but not all claws are talons.
Right.
All right. How do we get to the college?
This way.
You know that the road to Vindovyr University, it's about a 2-hour carriage ride from Port Vindovyr.
Yeah,
But-
we should get a ride.
Yeah, you head to your usual stagecoach service that you use. I think you also know there's going to be 5 quarts per person for the travel.
Can I just have him bill the school? Do I have like an account?
Make a luck check. We'll say
No, but
on,
you have like $300.
we'll say on a 10 or higher, they've got an account for the school. So no, you got to pay that yourself.
All right.
But that's part of what the school's fees are
Yeah.
for, is to help you pay for travel.
All right, I'll
So-
give him an agate, which is 10 quarts.
Excellent. That covers 2 of you.
I'll give him
Oh,
3 agate. I think that should be all of us,
Yeah.
right? Wait, 4
Petra,
Alvir.
Alvir. Valos will stay with the ship, and
Finley probably
Finley-
stay with the ship.
Finley's gonna explore Vindovyr, Port Vindovyr.
Nice.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Does he need any like walking around money?
Yeah, absolutely.
All
I
right.
need walking around money.
All right.
I'll find the best pub, and when you guys come back, it's gonna be good eats.
Money.
I'll give him 2 agate,
Excellent, you do so.
and I mean I'll give everyone here 2 agate also. 1.
Money, please.
Wait, no. 3.
Well, no, you didn't
I've got
mention.
1 agate and how many turquoise? Yeah.
You just never somehow mentioned that you were fucking money bags over here.
I mean, that's not like a ton of money.
None of us have any money.
Look, I didn't know that none of you had any money. All right.
I think we've made that pretty clear.
Your carriage is drawn by 4 horses that's pulled up.
Or what?
4 horses. We've discussed this. There are horses.
There are horses.
Yeah.
Regular
Yeah.
horses.
Regular
Yeah.
horses. Yeah.
All right.
Not everywhere, but in Kal Drunmoor and Lokvada, they're more common.
Okay. I guess a horse is kind of a freak unto itself.
The carriage is driven by a coachman named Ponic, who introduced himself. He's a human man, average features. All of his features on his face look like they're like a little bit too big for his face. But he's got his hair kind of like nicely greased back, and he wears a nice little suit. Welcome aboard. First time traveling to Vindovyr University.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, it should be a nice, smooth ride. Go ahead and hop in back, and we'll be off.
All right.
Did we ever get paid for job? Like when we went to go find the town that ended up being Bromthier?
I thought that the payment for that was getting our
The Seeker's
Yeah.
Edict.
Okay. They didn't give us like some cash too?
No,
On top
no,
of that?
I don't
Okay.
Oh, now he's nickeling and diming.
Well, I'm just saying if there was money that everyone should have that like they don't have.
No.
No, you guys haven't.
Okay.
You guys haven't technically done any paid jobs yet for
Okay.
the Seekers Guild.
All right.
We should probably go talk to them at some point, right?
Yeah, probably be a good idea. The local Seekers Guild chapter. It would probably be a good idea if we checked in with them after we check out the school.
Yeah. Could I have each of you guys describe one of the 4 horses that is drawing your carriage?
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh.
Speckledy. Little gray speckledy.
Nice.
Blue. A little hard on its ass. Uh-oh, it's My Little Pony.
Is
You say it was blue with a heart?
Wait, is that a thing? Can we do that in this world?
Yeah, it's blue.
Okay, yeah.
We'll say its
blue.
brand is blue. Is a heart.
Aw.
Blue with
Yeah. I
heart.
said there were horses. I didn't say they had to be normal horses.
That's a horse of a different color.
blue.
One of them is brown, but it has like really long blonde hair. like out of whoever made that Cimarron movie or whatever.
A really sexy
Spirit
horse.
Stone of the Cimarron by DreamWorks.
I kept seeing content from this one radio DJ where they were like, "What's that song?" Anyway,
Something by Bryan Adams.
yeah, something like that, where they were like calling them up before they got married to just in case, calling them.
Yeah.
I thought that was really funny. So.
It's gonna be like a dark brown, almost like speckledy, like a dog is, where you can't tell if it's brown or black.
like a
or,
brindle?
Yeah, a brindle, yeah.
Nice.
I keep
Mine's
thinking.
ornery as fuck.
Yeah, the blue one is at the front. and
That's
is-
because it's a genetic nightmare.
Actually, Arctic, you can hear the one at the front is like, I cannot believe that they're not going to feed us before we go.
I want to have my pocket granola and hold it out to the horse.
Like, sniffs, does that thing with its lips where it uses them like a hand and takes it all.
Like Billy whole mouth.
Wink.
Lips.
I keep thinking of that game that we played where we named all those horses and one of them was named Bartender.
They got killed so fast.
Almost immediately after we took all the time to name them, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what he
Cameron
does.
hates
He kills
horses.
horses.
Yeah.
These horses are in imminent danger.
Yeah, it didn't even occur to me that since there are horses here, we're all in imminent danger.
Oh no.
Dragon.
You guys climb into the carriage and set off for Vindovyr University. You have 2 hours before you arrive. If there's anything you want to get in order, I don't know if there's anything that Magnus wants to share with the group about the university or its layout, or if you guys want to make a game plan for when you arrive and what it is that you're doing here.
I'll make a quick sketch of the layout of the school and just let everyone know where the points of interest might be and where the quarters are, where I stay and where I'll ask to get rooms for everybody while we're here.
Yeah, your office. You guys see from the layout that Magnus draws that there's all of the, while this is widely becoming known and predominantly as a magic school, it's also a regular university as well that teaches other subjects, but those have kind of taken the outskirts as most of the buildings now function as the different schools of magic within Vindovyr University.
It's like how an art school still has a football team.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna lean over to Brody and be like, why are we here again?
I don't know.
As we're traveling through, I'm trying to be nonchalant looking out the windows, but I am trying to catch any signs of the Church of Exardesca.
Yeah, make a perception check.
So I used to live way over there, over by the docks.
You lived here?
Yeah. I told him that I was working on the ships.
Oh, but you were deceiving him. Very tricky.
Petra chuckles.
I'm
Net one.
very trusting.
I think
so nonchalant. I fell asleep.
Saoirse, I think you're sandwiched between Arxovir and Alvi, and then Petra's on the other side of Alvir, and you guys are just kind of pushed together, and it's distracting.
Ooh.
We make out.
I'm sure I could just tell you where the Church of Exardesca is.
Yeah.
Gotta ask to receive.
Yeah.
Petra looks uncharacteristically pensive. You're not sure if it's the Bromthir thing still weighing on him or what, but he has this sort of almost determined look on his face as he looks out the window.
Is any of this familiar to you?
Vaguely, but not. The layouts are all different. I recognize some of the foothills and some of the mountains, though I remember them being smaller. But the buildings, no. And the architecture, completely different from what I remember.
The mountains got smaller?
No, larger. I remember them being smaller.
Mountains get smaller. Mountains get smaller.
Well, they can get bigger
Depends.
too.
They can get bigger.
They can get bigger.
Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Unless Petra got smaller.
Maybe I did.
Do you feel smaller?
He looks at Arik. No. I feel about the same.
Petra presents as human?
Yes. Saoirse, make a perception check. Petra looks mostly human. He's got sort of like almost pallid complexion and very fine, like slender, handsome features to his face. But he also has like almost white hair, but it's not like sleek and thin. It's like not a mess, but very like wavy and straight. Wavy and straight, if that makes sense. It's got kind of like Irish curls.
11.
11 is enough. You see that his ears do have a slight, odd kind of point to them. They're not like super long, like Hylian ears or anything like that, but they do come to a little bit of a point.
Because there aren't any elves in this setting,
No,
right?
no. But pointed ears are not uncommon.
Sure.
Have we heard of elves?
No.
Okay.
There's no stories of the fair folk.
There are stories of otherkin.
Other. Okay.
Yeah, no, otherkin would be the like stories of like fairies and things in this world.
What did the university do before magic?
It was still a university, but they did your kind of standard mathematics, or arithmetic, architecture, and archaeology, that kind of stuff.
I studied all that stuff too.
Only
Yeah,
things
those-
that start with A.
Yeah, those things have all become
Arcane,
like
architecture, yeah,
Arithmetic.
yeah, those things have all become like core curriculum with like focus in magic. So like you do have to take those by the time you graduate, but most people try to just like cram it in at the beginning so that they can get past it.
They're missing
Going alphabetical order down the curriculum. Yeah.
They're missing out on core competencies by racing through it. That's literally my whole class. Nerd.
Yep.
Level 2 nerd.
Saoirse, as you've got a good vantage point because you're sitting 2 people over from Petra next to Alvir. You kind of like look and see that odd kind of point, which you haven't seen on anybody that so resembles being a human. That's mostly like something that you would see on other people who are elemental, like you are, sometimes have that. But yeah, it's just like odd and almost ethereal. He's got like a little bit of a glow to him almost.
I'm gonna just reach past.
Yeah, he like leans into it. Is there something in my hair?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway.
The carriage ride starts to get a little bumpy.
Did
And-
you put your arm around Alvy?
Yes. But not slide like that.
Alvir leans forward too far.
Are you going to be sick?
The carriage ride gets a little bumpy and you guys get jostled. And you hear the coachman, Ponic, starting to yell. It's kind of like muffled by the carriage, but you can hear yelling coming from outside.
Who's sitting by the window?
Petra, Audic, and probably Brody and Magnus.
I'm gonna gesture for you to look out the window.
Like bend down to see.
You peer your head out and you can see that the coachman is yelling. There is like pulling on the reins. The horses have picked up their pace and you're actually traveling very fast now. You're still on cobbled road, but it's you've kind of like pulled to the side and are half like 2 wheels on, 2 wheels off as the horses are pulling against each other, it seems. And you watch as the blue horse that you fed pulls to the side and actually tears its bridle and separates from the carriage. The coachman Ponic grabs the reins and is trying to like pull and get things under and get things in order, but the horses take a sharp turn and the carriage actually turns and catches and starts to tumble.
Oh, shoot.
You pull your head back in as it tumbles end over end, and I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Every form of transportation we get into is falling apart.
Ooh, nat 20.
Hell yeah.
10.
10.
Was it dexterity you said?
Dexterity saving throw, yes.
So that would be 23.
Did you just make a horse noise?
Yeah. Because I just rolled a 6.
Hey.
Am I still hurt from our recent maelstrom?
That was this morning, so yeah, if you took damage then, it would still be here.
Yikes.
Magnus is dead.
He got thrown from the carriage.
2 of you each take 2 more points of bludgeoning damage as the carriage rolls end over end. Those of you in the corners by the windows, you kind of like hold yourselves in the corners and like brace yourselves as it flips and have that lurching sensation in your stomachs as you feel yourselves being tossed around. Those in the middle were less lucky.
Smack our skulls into each other.
you like bump heads with each other and then like fall to the ceiling and then back to your seat as it's end over end. Eventually the carriage comes to a screeching halt. You all kind of like pile off, like
you bleeding?
separate from each other.
Profusely.
Definitely.
Oh, thank you.
I'll give you 5.
Oh, sweet. That actually puts me almost all the way to
The dust settles as most of you hear the sound of agitated horses. They're kind of like whinnying and screeching almost. Arik, you can hear that they are groaning and screaming.
What is going on?
The door now on the ceiling kind of like kick up and open and pull. You just kind of are very tall, so stand and pull yourself out.
Standing on magnets.
It's like one foot on Magnus's stomach, the
It's a
other
very
on
don't step on me, mommy situation.
the other on Petra's shoulder as you climb out. He kind of like pushes you up. You see as the blue horse rears up and whinnies, and as it does, its jaw opens unnaturally wide. And you can see as it continues to open, the flesh at the sides of the mouth begins to rip and tear as its jaw continues to open unnaturally wide, tearing the flesh back to its jaw. Sharpened fangs erupt from the gums and the flesh as the horse turns in your direction and kicks some dirt back and then begins running at the carriage, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
What's your deal with horses?
Is this like a horse mimic?
This
We're
time,
either attacked
We
by
knew!
horses. Yeah.
hey, I'm not killing the horses. This time it's you guys.
You're making us.
You don't have to kill them.
You made us fight horses in other campaigns.
It was a major plot point in Top Hats for sure.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I'm rolling absolute dog shit today for everything.
Rolling wonderful.
Classic you.
5.
5 for Brovi.
15.
15 for Arik. That's great.
Rolled a 7.
Okay.
8.
Natural 1 for Petra. The carriage is rattled once again as you can hear the Arik, you can see the shredding of the leather bridles as the other horses are now reaching down with their toothy maws and pulling them apart from each other, and they stand and begin to hit at the carriage with the hooves, and you can see bits of wood are flying off as they're prying their way inside.
All of the horses are doing this, not just the blue one?
All of them.
Oh.
I misunderstood.
I thought it was just the blue one.
Alvir turns to Petra and he's like, "Stay here in the carriage unless it is absolutely necessary. It's not safe." And he lifts himself out. You get the sense this is less him saying it's, Petra's gonna get hurt, and more like, if you use magic, it could make things worse for all of us. Stay here unless it's absolutely necessary. He's going to...
Hold curtsy!
You drop it on Petra's lap.
Oh, Alvir's telling just that to Petra.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, why would we stay?
No, Petra specifically. He's like, you stay here unless things are very dire.
Mm-hmm.
You drop Curtsy in Petra's lap. Curtsy pulls out the dagger.
Aw. Fucking cute.
Alvir is going to climb out from the carriage. I'm going to make an athletics check to see if he can do this without having to cost him movement. You know what? Fuck it. He's going to wall jump and we'll do acrobatics instead. He's way better at that. He leaps from side to side and then kind of like grabs the window, which is now shattered, and does like a legs first pull up and like hops out onto the top of the carriage, summons some wood from the carriage itself, pulls it up from the ground and strings it, and is going to fire a couple of shots at the blue horse. That's a 14 and a 15, which both hit. It's a total of 23 points of damage to the blue horse from Alvir.
Hot damn.
He fires 2 arrows into the horse's chest, which it kind of like stumbles and screeches before picking back up and continuing its charge towards him.
Oh.
That's going to be Arixovir.
I'm going to draw in midair like a runic symbol, and the 3 of them kind of glow with Sparkwind colors and shimmer, and I've cast Bless on you all.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Just so you know, Bless, when you make an attack roll or a saving throw, for the next minute while I'm concentrating, you add a d4.
Hell yeah.
Attack
Nice.
roll or what?
Saving throw.
Saving throw. Okay.
That's great.
You love to see it.
Oh, since we're going to be like adding stuff over the course of the next couple of sessions, can we start now or what's...
Yeah, it's up to you.
Okay.
He said whenever we feel thematically appropriate.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Do you stay in the carriage? Alvir kind of flips up next to you and lands on the side of it, fires 2 arrows.
Alvir got out.
He's like standing on top. The carriage is on its side, and he flipped up through a window and is standing next to you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay here and try to avoid the hooves.
Absolutely. Yeah, you stay here and you feel the carriage rocking now, so you like turn to the side and look and see the other 3 horses that are trying to like pry into it like a crab shell.
When the carriage is a rocket. Help. Help.
Sisha, that's you.
I'm gonna just pull myself up and out.
Absolutely, yeah. You kind of like use Auric to stabilize yourself and climb up out of this. Make an athletics check, difficulty of 10.
18.
18, easily. I don't think you even use Auric. I think you just jump up and do a pull-up out of the carriage, hop down and land in front of it.
I think as I come out, I'm gonna kind of like groundhog one of these horses, like on the top of the face.
One of the ones trying to get in?
Yeah.
Which one? The ones over there are the gray speckled one, the brown one, and the brindle horse.
Gray speckle.
Go for
Groundhog?
I'm
You mean like
thinking-
whack-a-mole?
That's it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, yeah, I was there with you.
24.
24 hits.
How does the one that Alvy just hit look?
It's bleeding a lot now, which like some of that is from the the wounds on its mouth where it's opened up, and it's got this horrible jaw hanging open that kind of like snaps as it runs. But it's slowed significantly from his strikes.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and burn a spell slot and Divine Smite.
Hell yeah.
15, 18.
18 damage. That's great.
Was the gray one the one Alvir hit, or was it the blue one?
The blue one.
Okay.
The blue one's the one that tore off and caused the crash, and then the others seem to go through this same situation and are trying to get in from the side, or from rather the front of the carriage.
Technically, Divine Smite isn't a spell, right?
It uses a spell slot, but it's not casting a spell.
But it's not a spell, so I could still use a leveled spell as bonus action. Well, it would have to be because Wrathful Smite is like the other smites are
bonus action.
bonus actions,
But those
and they're
are-
leveled spells.
But one could be an ability.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is like you can stack smites,
Yeah.
implying that you could smite and then
yeah.
still cast a leveled spell.
It doesn't say Divine Smite. It doesn't say it uses your bonus action or anything to do it. You can just do it.
Yeah, I don't trust this. I don't trust AI overviews.
Yeah.
This
Nor
seems
should you.
wrong. This
Yeah,
one says you
pulling from
AI couldn't
people that don't know what they're
possibly
talking
figure
about.
out
Yeah.
the intricacies of tabletop rules.
Yeah, this one says you generally cannot cast a leveled spell as a bonus action after using Divine Smite in the same run because Divine Smite isn't a spell and doesn't use the bonus action, but casting a bonus action spell like Thunderous Smite on the same turn prevents you from casting another spell, even if it's just the Divine Smite ability, if it were a spell.
What?
Doesn't even make sense.
That doesn't.
Oh, that's-
no. That's
So, I'm
that
gonna say
was
yes, you
word
can.
salad.
Also, who knows if it's like 5e or the new.
I did
stuff.
specify
Yeah.
in my
Oh, okay.
search 5e 2014, but I think it's just confused by Reddit because that's where it gets all its information.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to like come around so that I'm on like the other side of the horse without leaving its melee range,
Okay.
and I'm gonna whistle, and I'm gonna try to cast Compelled Duel if I could get a Wisdom saving throw.
That's a natural 20.
I love that with a whistle. But that sucks, I'm sorry.
All right, there goes all the
gonna fight
cool
you, you
stuff I
asshole.
capability. I don't think anything happens on that.
to enrage them, you do the natural enraging sound. Fuck you whistling at?
I can't call the horse. Then that is my turn. Maybe it'll fight me anyway.
Excellent. That is going to bring us to Magnus.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Yeah, you do so. There's that thin bubble-like coating that appears and then becomes invisible.
And I'll climb out of the carriage, but just like get on top of it, so I'm out of kicking range. Hopefully.
Yeah. Make an athletics check. DC 10.
Oh boy.
Do a pull-up, nerd.
Oh wait, I have bless.
That's only for
No.
attack rolls and saving
Yeah.
throws.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, this doesn't mean that you can't get up there. It just means it's going to cost you some movement.
Oh. I figured that there would be some movement. Yeah.
Yeah. People who are making the successful check aren't losing movement once they get out of the carriage.
Oh, okay.
You'll take 10 feet of movement to get up there.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I was gonna stay up there
Perfect.
anyway.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay out of kicking and biting range, and I feel like being on top of the overturned carriage is the best way to do that.
Yeah,
So.
I think you see Saoirse do her pull-up, you see Alvier do his gymnastics turnaround thing. Auric is just standing and their head is out. You jump up and grab the edge, and then using the seats, the rows of seats that are now sideways, you kind of pull yourself up with mostly your legs and manage to get up on top with your armor on.
So I evaluate the battlefield as it is.
Yeah, you see Saoirse is flanking the gray speckled horse, and the other two are there beside it, still trying to pry through and get into the carriage. You see the blue horse is still mid-gallop, heading towards Alvier and Auric, and now you.
I'm thinking to myself, I'm planning what I'm going to do next round, but I'm thinking to myself that I don't want to use Magic Missile because it still makes me feel bad inside, but I'm calculating whether I could do more, if I could hit more horses with a Burning Hands, Fan of Flame, or if I should try to use a new spell that I haven't cast before, which is Shatter. And I don't know if I have enough power to cast it yet, but I might try to cast it. But I want to make sure I'm not catching any of my buddies in the radius of the blast also.
Yeah, I think Burning Hands, you could maneuver yourself in such a way that you could hit the 3 horses on the side and not hit Saoirse. What's the radius on Shatter?
10-foot radius sphere centered on a point.
What's the point got to be within?
60 feet of me.
Oh, that's great.
So I can hit, I can center the point 60 feet from me, and it's a 10-foot sphere around that gets affected.
Yeah, I'd say as you're kind of trying to do these calculations, you get the sense that Burning Hands, both of these could be dangerous. Burning Hands, you would get the horses, but you risk lighting the carriage on fire. Shatter, you could probably hit the horses. You could definitely hit 3 horses, but it would also shatter that side of the carriage. So if it didn't take them out, then it would be open, and anyone still inside is ripe for the picking.
Rough. Okay, well, I'll keep thinking about it as we move on.
Excellent. That's going to be the Brindle horse, which is on its own. I tried to roll for them individually so they'd be kind of spaced out throughout combat, and then 3 of them rolled really high and 1 of them rolled really low. So it's just a chunk up here and then a straggler. The Brindle horse, actually, you see it looks off to the side, and Auric and Magnus, I think Saoirse, you would see this as well. You see as it turns and looks and begins galloping off very quickly, and you look over and you see Ponic on the ground, lifting themselves up as the horse rushes over and grabs them by the neck and starts violently shaking them. You hear a crack.
Is Ponic the character?
Oh.
It was.
Oh.
It's like when you see an Ilvamirian moose hound with a toy, or sometimes they would grab small skittermonks and things, and the way that they just shake it around like a rag doll, but it's a horse with a person.
I've seen this before.
Have I ever seen these kind of horse things before while I've been here? Is this a new phenomenon?
I mean, these were just horses.
Right. But have I seen what they've become?
No.
Fascinating.
That's Brody.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to jump on out.
Yeah, make an athletics check.
I think it's 19.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
Yeah, well, no, it's less than that, but yeah, still plenty.
Nice. How does it look as you how do you get yourself out?
You climb me.
Are you still in?
I'm still in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just standing with my head out because
Oh, yeah.
tall.
One, yeah.
Hell yeah. Do like a little bit of parkour off of our climb over and find yourself outside. Blue horse charging forward. Others are, two others are trying to get into the carriage, and one of them has just gone around the backside that you can't see.
The blood because the blue horse was hit, right? Mm-hmm. Some of that blood just like vaporizes and starts to surround it as I cast Hex on it.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm just gonna jump off the carriage and try to stab it.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
Oh, this is yours.
Your blood magic.
That's
is
where it
horrifying.
went. Yeah.
It's natural.
It's cool.
It's organic.
Oh, dang.
It comes from organs.
Oh, organic.
Or alchemic jugs.
Yeah, true.
25 to hit.
That hits, for sure.
Which one are you hitting, for my record?
The blue one.
12 damage.
Hell yeah. What does it look like when you destroy the blue horse?
Nice.
Doing a jumping attack. I think I just buried a sword into its skull.
Hell yeah. Straight down into its head. It comes out the roof of the mouth and pushes the jaw down, which hangs unnaturally open as it lets out one final whinny before falling to the ground. And you land there on your feet and wrench Sonder free as he just goes,
Horse.
Does it turn back into a horse when it dies, or does it stay a monstrosity?
It stays monstrosity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious.
That's my turn.
Hell yeah. That is Petra, who is... I'm going to roll a d10 to see if he listens to Alvier.
He turns all the horses inside out.
Oh.
Which would solve the problem.
Yeah. No.
It's a natural 3. Petra stands up and places Curtsy on the ground and pats him on the head before turning and just waving a hand in front of him, and what formerly bottom of the carriage, which is now one of the sides, just explodes outward as he casually walks out among the falling planks of wood and sees the one that's tossing around Ponic and has now taken several bites and is just kind of like feeding on him over there. And Petra's going to slowly walk forward. He raises a finger and points at the horse, which is going to make a Constitution saving throw. No, it fails.
Maybe he can get out some of his bad feelings.
That sounds like a lot of dice over there.
For 60 points of necrotic damage.
Holy shit!
What is his spell
Power
look
word
like?
kill?
Is it a tight green beam, perhaps?
He steps forward and points a finger. There's actually no visual. He just points a finger and the horse shrivels into, like, it's almost like it's exsanguinated. It becomes very, like, dry husk.
Okay.
Make a quick saving throw for Petra.
We should all be very aware that at every moment Petra is choosing not to kill us.
Oh, I'm distinctly aware of that all the time.
We're hanging out with a god, so...
A god who doesn't seem to understand his own abilities.
God, I wish I understood his abilities.
He should be in a museum.
I'm taking him.
Oh no, I didn't think about this.
Oh, sorry
No,
about
we're
that.
out.
It shrivels. It's like it's exsanguinated, and then you hear the clacking of its bones as it like shivers. And still pointing at it, he turns and over his shoulder looks at probably the brown horse that hasn't been attacked yet, that was attacking the side of the coach. Turns and just like without closing his hand, turns and points at it. And that's all for now.
Which one did he just shrivel up?
The brown one.
No,
it
I thought it was
Brindle?
Oh, the brindle.
Right,
You're right.
right,
It was the brindle.
Yeah.
Okay. And he points to the brown one?
Yeah, I think he turns and points. You all like follow his finger and wait for that one to do the same thing, but nothing happens yet.
Okay.
And that is going to be back to the top of the round. The gray speckled horse is going to whip around and try and bite Saoirse, who hit it with a hammer.
Can I hear them saying anything?
They're just screaming in pain.
Oh, just okay.
13 to hit.
Nope.
it snaps at you, and you just kind of like, just like use your like offhand smaller hammer, just like guide its head away from you.
No.
Nay.
Yes.
Content.
The blue horse is dead. The brown horse is going to go around where Petra had just walked out and go inside of the carriage. And it's going to try and... I'm going to roll one more time. I'm going to say on a 1, 2, or 3, it's going to attack Arcanarama. On a 4, 5, or 6, it's going to attack Curtsy.
No.
It's gonna bite a rock.
That's a 1,
So you.
Okay.
which I forgot. Natural 2, excellent. Curtsy should also be in this initiative order.
Oh, he does have a dagger. Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to try and bite you, Arik. That's a 20 to hit, dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits. I'm gonna see this thing come in. I'm gonna shout at it. What are you? What do you want?
This is the gray horse, right?
Oh yeah, can you still talk to him?
It steps in, and you call this out, and it just yells, "So hungry!" And it takes a bite out of your thigh. 6, 7, 8. You take 14 points of damage.
Oh, no, that hurts.
Piercing damage. Yeah,
That
it is
hurts bad.
a big jaw with a very, very muscled neck. That's the brown horse. Alvir
Oh, that was the brown horse.
sees the blue horse go down, nods at Brody, hears Arik yell in pain, turns around, he's going to fire 2 shots down into the carriage at the brown one. For 13, which hits, and a natural 20 for the second, which definitely hits.
The blue horse is dead, the brindle one's dead, the gray and the brown one's the only ones left.
Correct. The brown one is about to take quite some damage. 2 arrows fire down into the neck of the horse. As it's still kind of like clinging on to Arcanarama. It's still holding on, but after those hits, it does rear back, and Screech actually rears up with its hooves. That's going to be Arcanarama.
I think it bites the shit out of me, and I let out a string of swears. Ah, fuck, son of a bitch's ass! It's fart.
Curtsy goes, "Son of a bitch ass piss."
Nice.
He's learning so much today.
And that's. I think
That's
that there's a like a pulse of fear through me that like unlocks a Super Saiyan level of surge of magic that I haven't felt before. And I can do healing word though. Cure wounds is better.
But you gotta be able to touch.
But
Can't touch myself.
themselves.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Look,
I will touch myself.
The divinal said it was okay.
So that's 8 points of healing.
Hell yeah.
Back up a little bit.
Yeah, you were
I
not
was not
looking
good. Yeah, so I staunched the bleeding by grabbing the chunk out of my thigh. Can I grab Curtsy and push him up on top of the...
Yeah, make a strength check. I'm going to say this will be opposed. Because you see Curtsy has the dagger out, the horse rears up, and Curtsy is trying to stab it in some way. Wow, that's really good. 18 to beat Curtsy's strength.
You got less.
I think you guys have less. Oh.
That's 15.
15. You go to grab Curtsy and lift him out. His feet are like firmly, literally rooted to the ground as you try and pull him up, and he pulls out the dagger and is going to make an attack roll on the horse since I skipped his turn. That hits. 12 hits.
Damn, Curtsy.
For 2 points of damage,
Yay.
which is not enough, unfortunately, to take out the horse, but
You
it
stab it
is
in the eye?
really
Just a
cute.
little-
It's reared up and it's got its hooves, so
okay.
he just like reaches up and stabs it in the belly and like does a cut across it.
It's just
Just let it go.
hands off. I still kind of want to push myself up on top of the carriage. Then, if he doesn't want to come, then I'll
Okay,
just.
it will get an attack of opportunity as you leave its
Oh,
space.
never mind then. I'll just die.
I mean,
That's going to be Saoirse.
got a while till it's turn.
Am I aware of the one that is now rooting through the carriage?
Yeah, you saw it go around.
Yeah, I'm gonna abandon this situation and I'm gonna
You
follow
heard
that
all
one.
the swears.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was going to
Abandoning
take an
your-
attack of opportunity against you.
go for it.
As you try to run away from the gray speckled horse, it rears up and tries to hit you with its hooves. Natural 19 is probably going to hit.
Yep.
Oh boy.
A total of 25.
Oh, did it not answer me when I was yelling at it?
It just said that it was hungry.
Oh, okay.
So, wow.
Don't say wow.
I rolled 2 8s on 2d8, 20 points of damage.
Okay, so I went in with some really big dick confidence just now, and I am down.
Saoirse
I
tries
have
to.
19 hit points.
Wow. Saoirse tries to whip around to get inside and help Audek as she hears the screaming coming from inside the carriage. The horse with gray speckles rears up and hits her right in the back of the head, knocks her out cold in the dirt.
I didn't really think that could happen.
Yeah, their hooves are more dangerous than their bites, unfortunately.
So,
The bite did 14 damage. Yeah.
which that's fine. I didn't.
Yeah, but it didn't roll like. Yeah.
Magnus, that's your turn.
Seeing Saoirse go down after getting hit by the gray one, I abandoned my hesitance to use magic missile,
Yeah, do that.
and I try to cast it at a higher level too. So I try to use a second level slot, which I haven't done before,
Yeah.
to cast it more powerfully.
Yeah.
Can I?
You see the carriage driver being torn apart, and then that horse shrivels. Petra blows out the side of the carriage. One of the horses goes inside and takes a hefty slash across Audek's thigh with its jaws. You can see all of this from your raised vantage point. You see Saoirse get hit in the back of the head and fall unconscious. That horse comes down, and you can see its next move is going to be to start feeding on her.
Oh shit.
Not gonna.
Yeah, you have a moment of like flashes in your mind of the man becoming mist. But I think you channel that anxiety and that guilt. The dimming of Saoirse's fiery hair lights the flame of anger inside of you.
I
as-
want to turn this horse into mist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you reach
it's not a man.
You reach deeper than you have reached ever before to summon the spark within you, and you feel it burning. Go ahead and cast a second level spell.
Give in to your anger.
Are you sending all of the missiles at the one horse?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's 15 force damage.
Woo!
15 horse damage.
And as and Magnus gets his wish as that horse just becomes mist across the ground, splattering a good like probably 20 feet out across the grass and the cobbled stone of the street, and you save Saoirse's life.
Great. Perfect.
For now.
You'll be fine.
Petra is following with his finger the brown horse as it goes inside the carriage, and he turns and looks back at the brindled horse, which is now like shriveled, and you hear the clacking of its bones as it rushes forward, and it's going to bite the horse that bit Arcanarama.
The girls are fighting.
17 definitely hits. For 11 points of damage. It like grabs that horse and pulls the entirety of the horse to the side. Its whole body comes with it before it kind of like reaches the apex of the swing and tears loose and slides across the ground, unmoving. This emaciated brindle creature opens its jaws lazily with slack, and the chunk falls out, and it shakes and shrivels and collapses to the ground as Petra does as well, and we're out of combat. You guys find yourselves standing in a mostly like open field with a single road running through it. You can see maybe a mile down the road over some rolling hills. There looks to be like a farm of some kind. The land looks like tilled. And back behind you, you can still see the city skyline. You guys were on the road for about an hour and a half, so you're still about 30 minutes of carriage time away from the university.
Eric's, can you heal Saoirse, like right now, please?
Immediately or with a couple of minutes? 'Cause
Right. I'm gonna go. If you don't have any
I
spell slots, I'm gonna go try to medicine
As you guys
stabilizer.
are taking the time, to have this conversation, Magnus, it takes you a second to get down from the carriage. Make a death saving throw, Saoirse.
Oh, yeah.
oh shit.
12.
Okay, that's one success. Magnus, you hop down and get there in time. Go ahead and make a medicine check. DC 10 to stabilize Saoirse.
Okay, good. So, I had this. It's weird. I had a dream that I was having to stabilize her. And it's so weird that it's happening. So I use the 7, and that +3 is a 10.
Excellent. Ooh, very clutch divination rolls today. You get down and you see that Saoirse is bleeding heavily from the back of her head. You manage to
I have CTE now.
reach into your bag and pull out some cloth that you have just like spare, and press it against you flip Saoirse over and press against the back of her head using her forehead kind of to staunch the bleeding, and check a couple of times, and you do manage to stop the bleeding. Saoirse, you're no longer in threat of dying, but you are still unconscious.
Sure.
Okay. So I think seeing this, I typically would have used like all of my magical abilities by this point, but being so terrified for her, I'm going to dig deep and cast Healing Word on her, and I will have gained an extra level 1 spell slot if I can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see any more fitting moment than a friend in dire need of healing.
Actually, if I can do Cure Wounds again, that would be even better, because I can.
For sure.
touch her, so.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's an 8 on the die, so that's
Nice.
12.
Hell yeah. Saoirse.
Catastrophe.
You explode in pens when you make
My beans.
Saoirse, you
beans.
My sensitive beans.
your eyes open blearily as you're looking up at Arcanarama, who looks probably more worried than you've ever seen, outside of maybe the time that she was cowering in a bell tower back on Ilvermere all those years ago. You guys see as Saoirse opens her eyes and recognizes you.
My fucking head.
Glowing hands on either side of your head.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Alvir hops down and comes to your side as well.
I'll check to see if the bleeding has stopped.
Yeah, it has.
Okay.
Actually, the bleeding has stopped. You look and there's not even a scar. There's no wound.
Good work.
All right. That went good.
I don't think it did. And I look over at the carriage driver.
Is this...
Alvir looks over. Petra! He rushes over there as well. And Petra's unconscious and down as well. He leans over and listens. He looks back at you guys. He's like, he's still breathing. He just overexerted himself again. I told him not to do
You
that.
specifically did, but we would probably be dead
Yes.
if you hadn't.
I pressed to digitate the
he's
mist
safe.
off of you, the pink mist.
Yeah. You hear the scuttling of little feet, heavy little feet, as
Yeah.
Curtsy hobbles over to the horse that was tossed away that had bitten Arcanarama and just starts stabbing it with a dagger over and over again.
It's already dead. It's fine.
Son of a bitch. Peace.
Yep.
Learns quickly.
I don't have a belt. I'll hold this. He just holds the dagger with two hands.
Is this regular here?
I've never seen anything like those horses before.
They kept screaming about being hungry. I had fed the one before we left. I didn't know why it was still hungry.
If we have a minute, I'll cast Detect Magic as a ritual so I can see if there's some sort of spell or something permeating the area that might have caused the horses to change like that.
Yeah, I'll say make an Arcana check with advantage with Detect Magic.
24.
24. When people have asked you how your Detect Magic works, and explaining it in layman's terms, you describe these auras that you see. But it's, in reality, much more complex than that.
Sure.
While there is a visible aura, there are motions to it. There are conjunctions with which they work with one another. Like the fact that there are 2 signatures given off by curtsy is one of those odd happenings. You've had a theory for some time, having heard stories of people delving into the various ruins of Lokvara and even some in Kal Drunmoor and other places. There have been certain things that have happened that have led you to a certain theory that you have now almost confirmed that curses are real. And this appears to be something like that. These were regular horses, these were standard creatures, and due to some factor that you don't have a variable for, they were caused to change against their will, seemingly. And you don't know if it was instantaneous, you don't know if this is something that has been building up over time, but I think you look over these creatures and come to this understanding, and you look up and see that farmhouse in the distance that lies between you and Vindovyr University, and I think your stomach drops a little bit.
Does that seem like the emanation point for this effect that caused it?
It's unclear. Your detect magic doesn't go out that far, and there's not like a trail left. It's more of like a trace amount of something left on the bodies, which is in itself quickly fading now that they're dead.
But whatever it is may have affected that farmhouse and whoever is there.
Yeah, whatever it is, it may have affected the stables in the city. Horses are an incredibly common form of transportation and work animal in the city. And that's just to say if it only affects horses. If this affects any kind of animal or creature.
Could be affecting the people of the city or just other random animals, rats, dogs.
This is something that could get wildly out of hand very quickly if it's not quelled.
Or whatever the freak versions of those animals are.
Yeah. And that's where we're going to end this episode. Chaos!
Chaos!
I have a little sip.
Yes.
I'm just gonna cast false life.
You can do that next time. Make a note.
Yeah, I forget. Okay.
New continent. Who dis?
We've
Curtsy's
arrived.
the best.
Yeah.
Curtsy's always an uppie.
Curtsy's great.
Curtsy's
Big
a psycho.
Big Downy. Bromthir seems like he's dead.
Bromthir's dead.
We'll make our own Bromthir.
Maybe you already did.
With Blackjack and Hook. we're right there.
Yeah. With big natties.
Oh.
Oh,
That was almost bad.